Welcome back to another episode of the Leeds United Career Mode here in April, where we have Real Madrid in the quarterfinals of the Champions League after knocking off Frankfurt 8-2 on aggregate. We lose to City 5-3 in the league. That was actually a decent game. It was down 3-0, I believe. We are journeying in the FA Cup, beating Blackburn Rovers and then Arsenal to get into the semifinals of that. We win the Carabao Cup against Liverpool, a 1-0 win in that term. We have Real Madrid, we have West Ham, we have Bournemouth, we have Liverpool, and we have Swansea City in the FA Cup semifinal. Now, the FA Cup, it should be an easy one for us. The only other team that could pose a challenge is Wolves, but other than that, it should be straight to the floor. As far as the Premier League goes, we are currently sitting in 5th with a game in hand against Chelsea, in which if we were to win that game, we would go above them back into the top 4 for the first time this season. But first, Real Madrid in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I have a very strong feeling this is only going to go one way, and it's not going to go for me. Dedic, Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. The shot is off the post. The second one's in the back of net, and it's who I told y'all it would be. Benzema makes it 1-0 for Real Madrid. Vinicius Jr. now. Vinicius Jr. Hincapié intercepts, and Hincapié clears, deflected into the path of Rutter. And Rutter will lay it off for Francisco, who is fouled in the build-up, and that's going to be a yellow card for the defender. Dest into Zinchenko. Zinchenko in for Georgino Rutter. It's a beautiful ball. Georgino Rutter gets the shot off and then finds the back of the net and levels it up here. It's 1-1. How the hell has that happened?
Ends up being productive for them.
Vinicius Jr. crossed into Benzema, and early in the second half, Benzema has a brace, and Vahi's gonna have to come on for the tired Rutter already. It's 2-1 for Real Madrid.
Has it.
Vinicius Jr. Valverde. Crossed in. Weston McKennie clears it. Francisco on the second ball. It'll fall straight into Tchouaméni. Now to Vinicius Jr. and it's 3-1. And that might be the game over, and that might be the tie over as well.
Well, let's see this again. The vision to play this through ball is superb, and then the shot could not be hit any.
Maybe even 4. We can't let it be 4. We just can't let it be 4. If it's 4, it's definitely over.
And
Calabria intercepts, and that will be game over. A 3-1 loss in the first leg against Real Madrid. It was always going to be tough. Second leg here against Real Madrid. We're currently down 3-1, and we got to go to the Bernabeu somehow, some way. This time our team is fully fit this time around, so switching our formation up here for the next 45 minutes. We are going to a 4-4-2 with Roy Vahi as our strikers, Brendan Aronson out wide on the right, and then Zinchenko and McKennie in the midfield. We need more attacking, so that's what we got to do. Gomez stops it, but Gomez also gives it away poorly, and Meslier can't make the save, and Valverde triples their lead. It's 4-1 on aggregate. Can't pass the ball. That's what it comes down to. Calabria out wide now for Brendan Aronson. Brendan Aronson quickly into Vahi. Vahi has some space to run into. Rudiger won't be able to close him down. Vahi finds the back of the net. That's 1.
the net.
It's 1. It might be a little bit too late.
Goals galore on aggregate. 4-2 is the lead.
And Vinicius Jr. Meslier save. That's going to be the end of it, though. The end of our Champions League journey. And it comes against Real Madrid. A 4-2 aggregate loss. It could be 5-2 if they score off here. But a 4-2 aggregate loss. A 1-1 draw on the day. Just wasn't good enough at all in both legs.
Martinez.
If we didn't concede today, we might have had a chance. Because we would have only needed one more goal. It's a 4-2 loss, though. Real Madrid move on. And now Leeds have to focus on the league and the FA Cup. A 5-1 thumping against Bournemouth. Brendan Aronson scores. Jorginho on a hat-trick and St. Maximin adding it to as well. We have a game here coming up against Liverpool now in the league, in which we are currently sitting in 4th. A game in hand against Chelsea to make a 4-point gap 7. Obviously Arsenal is in there as well. That would be interesting at the end of the season. We could possibly win this game against Liverpool and help City possibly go on a late title charge. As much as I don't want that to happen, I would rather City win the league right now, even as an Arsenal fan. Do we play any other Big 6 clubs? I don't think we do. I think we might play Chelsea towards the end of the month. Oh, we play Man United and Chelsea. We play Chelsea at the end of the month. That could come down to getting to top 4 possibly. But United in a couple days' time as well. Which we win our game in hand, excuse me. We win our game in hand. We're only 2 points off of them. It's not terrible to say we can make a late title charge. It's probably unlikely. But Hincapié is actually out for this game. I don't have a center back. Do I have a center back on loan somewhere that I can just call back? Because I'm in trouble. I have Yurdo, I have Richie. I call back Richie. He grew +1. Loan report real quick. 1 on Richie. Ben Seguir, I'm selling him next season for sure. Caicedo's a +8. Richie's a +1. Morris is a +10. That's incredible. I'm actually going to recall Richie from loan. That way I can just have a backup option, because I just don't have a backup option at all. I know we just bought this guy back out off of loan, but he's not going to start the first game, in which he probably the only game he could start for the rest of the season. Cucurella is going to take the center back position. Zinchenko, I'm going to put him back at left back for this game. And then Tyler Adams is going to get his first start of the season back at the center defensive mid. Let's get into the game here against Liverpool.
Well, you never quite know who's
Gakpo.
going to dominate a game in advance,
Gakpo now out wide, crossed in. It's going to be deflected in for Jota. Gomez should stop that. He doesn't. Here's Bruno Guimaraes, and there's Salah, and there's a 1-0 lead for Liverpool. How is that gone? How is that tricked? Calabria now. Jota's in behind. Mosama to make it 2. He'll pass it off for Jota. And Liverpool are 2 up.
2-0 now. Diogo Jota.
Here comes Trent.
Alexander
Gomez doesn't win that one.
Now with Salah.
Salah deflected back to Salah though. Tyler Adams now. Jota. Vert. He's going to have a power shot. And he's going to find the back of net. That's 3-0 already. And that's just a jump to result type of game. We lose 6-3. It's a massive loss. That's an unrealistic loss. But Arsenal draws, so that's actually good for us as well. And now we focus on the FA Cup semifinal. And I'm going to do what I do best. And I'm going to simulate through it and watch it and jump in if need be.
Semi-final.
Jorginho Rutter makes it 1-0 in the 53rd minute. We finally have the lead here.
1-0 the score.
They equalize. It's 1-1, 73rd minute. Brendan Aronson might have just won the game here for Leeds. It's 2-1. It's a 2-1 win in the FA Cup semifinal. A trip to Wembley again for the final in the FA Cup. A chance to go back to back, and it's gonna have to be against Wolves. Northampton made a hell of a run, but it's an all Premier League final. That will be next episode. Next episode, we will also more than likely wrap up the entire season as well, playing United, obviously Wolves in the FA Cup final, and then Chelsea as we look to wrap up this season, and which was a very on and off season. We need to close it out here. We need to get into that top 4 for sure. I'll see y'all then. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.